Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris, and today I'm going to do my head shave. I'm not going to have a face shave today. I'm going to really let my skin rest for a bit because I have smashed the crap out of it for about 20 days in a row and it's needing a bit of a rest. But saying that, I've used the One Blade the last 2 days and my skin's actually come up better over these last 2 days than it has over the last sort of 5 or 6, so I've been really impressed with the One Blade on those last 2 shaves. That being said, let's move on. Phoenix and Bull Albion shaving soap, which is bergamot, lavender and grapefruit, and I get all of that in there. That's just what I get. It's beautiful, lovely zing of the grapefruit, the bergamot, the lavender's just a nice sort of, it mixes both of them together great, sort of peppery to it. It's really nice, it really is. Right, the brush is the Wolf Whiskers Blueberry Pie Odyssey shaped handle with the 24mm Black Wolf bulb. So let's get that dipped in the water. Five shakes of the brush and then straight onto the bowl. I was going to say the cream there. It's a cross between a cream and a soap. In fact, I would say it's closer to a cream, sorry, than a soap. God, I was struggling there. Just dip the tips again, see if we can get a bit more into the brush. And then what I'm going to do is transfer this into my bowl. Now I've just watched Kerry's video. Kerry's the gentleman that created Phoenix and Bull and still makes them. He's just released Imperial Rum, which not only the tub and everything looks great, but from what I hear and what I've seen on YouTube, it smells great. That's it loaded, it's way overloaded. Now, he bloomed this soap. Personally, it's so soft I don't see the point in blooming it. It's almost like a cream. That's just my thing on it. It's, let's say I've not loaded that for long just with a damp brush and it's absolutely caked. So it's not a soap in my opinion that needs blooming. Yes, it'll release the scent a little bit, but it's not gonna, in my opinion, do much more than that really, other than releasing the scent more. So into my Saponificio Varacino shaving ground bowl. I'm just going to mix it just for a little bit and then I'll add some water because it's definitely going to need water. But it's starting to mix up lovely. Just dip the tips. I don't normally use this brush in the bowl because I don't like to bang it against the sides, but I'm just trying to be very careful with it. Another dip of the tips. Now this soap is super slick, super protective, makes a beautiful creamy glossy lather. I haven't used this scent profile right enough. The scent I do find makes a difference to some lathers. I don't know whether it's just because I've got an old formula of this one that it's actually softened up a little bit over time. I would have thought that a soap would get firmer the older it became or the longer it sat. But this is whipping up an absolutely beautiful lather. I only really need enough for about 2 passes, 2.5 passes. I've got 2 days growth on my head, which is about the sort of standard that I like to sort of keep to. I do let it grow out a little bit longer every now and then, and whenever I do, I'll probably whip out the Müller R41 for the first pass and then finish off with the Wunderbar. Due to the Wunderbar being a much smoother shave against the grain. In fact, it's almost, you don't feel it against the grain if I'm honest. Just dip the tips again there, and this is starting to really grow, and as you can see. I think I'm probably about there. I don't think it needs any more water now. I just want to touch on as well, while I'm mixing this lather up, I used Barrister Man Lavanil yesterday. First time I'd used that soap, and Splash. The soap was outstanding. The performance of it, the scent of it, I really enjoyed it from start to finish. The Splash just went to a whole nother level. If you watch the video, you'll know how much I enjoyed the Splash. But just to give you an idea, I shaved at about 10 o'clock in the morning. I played football from 6:15 to just after 7 o'clock, soccer. So I was sweating my box off. Came home, took my daughter to dancing, and then after that I had a shower. So around about 10 o'clock when I got into bed, I could still smell the Splash on my skin. The post-shave feel, even today, it's just incredible. My skin feels amazing even though it's been a whole day since I shaved. I'm glad I did that little talk because it's given me time to just sort of work on this lather a bit. Look at that. I don't know whether you can see the shine on it, but it's just incredible. And it is like a, look at that. It's a very luxurious lather you get from Phoenix and Bow. Scent's really nice. Scent strength out the tub's probably about a 4 or 5, and it probably sits around about a 5 or a 6 once it's lathered up. And mine's is pretty old, the tub. I think it's one of the older formulas, but older tubs. So I bought this from a gentleman in Australia, so I don't know how long he had it for, or when he bought it. Right, I haven't used a wolf whiskers for a head shave for quite a long time. It doesn't really make a difference. It's the beauty of synthetics in my eyes is that you can have all your favourite handles with the exact same knot, and yes, you might get bored, but you're going to get amazing lathers every time you use it, and you're going to guarantee the lather every time as long as you know that soap that you're using can create a great lather, which Phoenix and Bow does. This is the last of the 3 scents to be used in my den. I'll probably use this for my face shave tomorrow. We'll just see how we go. Wunderbar by RazorRock, available at italianbarber.com. I don't think there's any available at the moment, they're out of stock. I've got the Kai blade in here again. This will be its 4th head shave. It's already done a face shave as well, so this will be the 5th shave on this one blade, 4 of them being head shaves. Let's see how we go. Just get my son just to turn that TV down a little bit. Mitch, can you turn that TV down a bit, son? Just a little bit. Yeah? The remotes are on my thing. On my table. You got the remote there? It's on my table. He's just said sorry to ruin your video. Mitchell is still off sick at the moment, so he is better. He started his course of antibiotics yesterday. He's got a chest infection, so as much as it's nice to be off work, you guys out there that are self-employed know it's an absolute killer when you can't work. On the upside to being a sort of artisan soap maker, I'm sure a lot of you guys will do it at home or in your own garage or sheds, and you don't actually have to go out and go to people's houses to make soap or make razors or brushes. You might have your own workshop or whatever, but my office is another person's house. I can already tell you, just like the 2 other Phoenix and Bow soaps that I've used, the slickness on this is as good as anything. It's really excellent. And you know, it's getting to a point now where it doesn't really matter what artisan soap I use. They're all pretty damn good. And at the end of the day, there's going to come a point where the soaps are going to be all top notch, from performance to scent. Well, maybe not to scent, because scent is Very subjective. Performance, in my opinion, isn't really. If you can get a lather right from these soaps, the performance should be really the same for everyone. Although, I did struggle with L&L Grooming Trismegistus the first time I used it. I didn't the second time I used it. The second time I used it, it was absolutely spot on. So it comes down to your technique with the lather as well. And you guys that watch my channel as well, you know I don't watch a lot of news, but I did when I was on Sky Sports this morning when I woke up at 7 o'clock. It's 6:30 or what time it was. I seen a picture of a burning building with 12 dead, several injured, something like that, next to it, and I just clicked on it. I thought it was one of them sort of spam things, but it wasn't. So not only are we having to deal with terrorists and all the other shit that's going on in the world, there's buildings burning down, killing people as well. So just spare a thought for those over in London at the moment. 12 people dead, I think there's 18 in a critical condition in hospital, another 60 odd injured. Unbelievable. There was scenes of people hanging flags out their windows, trying to get attention, flashing the flashlights on their phones, and just unbelievable scenes. I just hope and pray I say pray, I'm not a religious man, but I hope it doesn't turn out to be a malicious act. I really do. I hope someone hasn't lit that fire, because in my opinion, and I'm sure most of you, well, I would like to think all of you would agree, especially Gil over at what the hell is your channel called? The Second Kind of Cool, being a fireman himself, or a fire officer. I think they're called fire officers over here now because it's gender equality. Will agree that it's the most despicable act. It really is. I can't think of it. It's happened so many times over here in Australia. I live in a very, very hot climate with very, very dry bushland, and they light fires over here and they burn and they burn. Houses go with it, farms, animals, people, everything. It's just incredible. All because some kid wants to run in with a motorbike into bushland and set a fire. I just can't get my head around these people. Don't get me wrong, we've been pretty lucky in the sense of over here we've caught quite a lot of them. But they go to court and the court says, you naughty boy or girl, have a $50 fine and some community service. Don't do that again. The justice system's awesome, isn't it? It's probably not something that Gil would have to deal with much, but I'm sure Kyle over at Brown Man Shaves, and there's a few other coppers out there that watch the channel and are no police officers, completely understand where I'm coming from. Just that you go out there and do all the hard yards and the justice system fucks you. I mean, the thing that a lot of the public don't see is even simple things like someone stealing a Mars bar. You go and arrest them, you bring them back to the station, you put them through the lockup, you sort out all the paperwork, you charge them, so you have to create a brief for court through a briefcase, or you used to, it's changed a little bit now. But over here that's how it used to work. You have to put a report on the system, on the incident management system, an instant report, documenting everything. The store, the manager on duty, the person who caught him, any witnesses, CCTV footage, all of that. The prisoner then has to be searched. Placed in a cell, fed, phone calls, looked after. And over here in Australia, that's all done by the arresting officers generally. It is slowly changing, and was when I left, to auxiliary officers that were doing that. So for a simple stealing of a Mars bar, you are 4 hours later sometimes, between 2 and 4 hours, paperwork in the office. They get sent to court. 9 times out of 10 they don't turn up. The magistrate will issue them a fine. And that's it. And the crazy thing over here is, I don't know if it's changed yet, but if you steal anything up to the value of $1,000, so you go into a store and steal $999 worth of jeans, you cannot go to prison, and you can do it as many times as you want. You could steal that amount of money's worth of jeans 1,000 times and never go to prison. You'll just get a fine, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't get any worse for you. So you can understand why a lot of criminals out there, even though most of them can't get a job or don't want to try to get a job, why would you want to get a job when you can just steal shit, technically get away with it, and continue to run around? So they steal all this stuff from all these stores. The stores are out of pocket. And yeah, look, a lot of these stores are so enormous it makes no difference to them. It doesn't impact the business at all, but over a course of many years it would. There's just no doubt about it. Even for huge stores. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's starting to just skip a little bit. Obviously the blade's on its way out, so that's 5. If I get 5 shaves out of a blade, I cannot argue with that, even at the price of a Kai blade. But then again, well, here we go. That's as smooth as you like. I might not have had enough lather on this side. It is dissipating a little bit because I'm talking shit for so long. No, still very smooth. As you can see, I'm just pulling that straight up. Right, there's not a whole heap left on it, just a little bit. I thought that wasn't recording then. Now, one thing I do find with Phoenix and Bull, I have not had even the slightest bit of a reaction from any of them, which is great. Similar to Barrister and Mann, Sterling, Wickham, even OSP. I don't actually have any OSP left in my den, I got rid of it all. If I'm perfectly honest, none of the scents really. They were lovely scents, but they just weren't my sort of scents. The closest one that I would probably have said I was close to keeping was the Spice Road. And if I'm perfectly honest, I can't even remember what I did with that one. I think I might have piffed it. Or traded it, I don't remember. I never sold it. I don't think I did anyway. So all I'm doing is I'm just lathering up again. I'll have a quick whoosh around all the whole head, and then we'll just do some touch-ups. Some pickups, should I say. Get it right, Mads. Here we go. But this razor, I know I see it every time I use it. It's absolutely outstanding. It really is. On a total different level, in my opinion, to any other razor that I've used. And I've used some beautiful razors. The only razor I was seeing now that's sort of turning the corner for me is the Wind Blade. But even at the moment, it's still not 100% goer with me, because I've only had 2 good shaves out of it, and I've had 2 bad shaves. But it was mainly technique. My technique has improved with it vastly over the last 2 shaves, so big difference. But this blade is still cutting, in my opinion, like a brand new blade. I think I've just nipped the tip off of that bastard. I might not have, it felt like it did though. No, maybe not. I might have been lucky, I whacked it quite hard there. It's definitely some of the slickest soap I've used. It's excellent soap for slickness. If you guys out there that are new to the channel, you haven't watched a head shave, or this is the first shave you've watched, the Wunderbar, I say it every time I do this shave, just so you guys are aware for head shaves, it's great. There's no overhang, so when you're coming up around the side of your ears, the only thing you need to worry about is the actual blade on the front. But there's no overhang to think about slicing the side of your ears over or anything like that. It really is well designed. Got a little spot on the back of my head that I've nicked. That's unusual. Right, I'll step to this water out because it's a bit dirty. Let's just have a bit of a feel about it. I should have had a feel first actually before I totally soaked my head, but there's not much left on there if I'm honest. It's a little bit just on the back here. I'm just going to put a little bit of lather on there, and then I forgot to do my pickups. So let's just pop a little bit of lather on there. Because I've rinsed my head off so much there, I don't really have enough residual slickness to finish this part off. So I'll just put a bit of lather on just to help. And I'll be honest with you, I think there's definitely another shave in this razor. not the razor and the blade. There's way more than one more shave in this razor. In fact, given that it's stainless steel, until I find something better, it'll probably stay in my den forever at this stage. Oh. Right, let me just see if that cut on the back of my head has sort of healed up a bit. It's definitely still there. Let's see if I can hit it with a styptic. What time are we on? 25 minutes? What are you playing at? Ridiculous! Right, let's see if I can hit this spot. My mirror's gone. Right. There we go. Spot on. Right, Humphreys. Citrus. So we've got lemon, lemon, lime and orange. This one actually smells really nice. Yeah. Smells a bit like a diluted fruit juice. Like a cordial sort of juice. Very nice. I think they call it cordial over here. Call it cordial in America. Call it diluting juice in Scotland. That's what I used to call it anyway. Diluting. Diluting is diluting, by the way, just in case you don't get the slang of it. While that's drying in, I'm just going to clean up a little bit and then we can have a little look at what was used. It's definitely a super soft soap. So you could almost market it as a cream, that one at least. The other two are actually slightly firmer, the Spitfire and Citra Royale, slightly firmer. Spitfire being the firmest of them, the Citra Royale is still soft. As you can see, look, you can see where the brush is all sort of holy. Well, not holy, but there's gaps in it all in here. Sign of a good soap to me. I've really rinsed that out well, I've shook it, I've squished it at the bowl. It's still full of lather, difficult to get it out, which is what you want. Right, that looks like we're all done. All I do is once I've rinsed it out, just give it quite a good flick on a towel, quite firmly, and it just takes most of the moisture out of the brush, and then I just give it a couple of these just to separate all the fibres, and then there you go. Beautiful, beautiful little brush. Okay, the soap today, I'm just going to show you this as well, just while I can. I don't know whether you can see that water on there, you might see it dripping off. There you go. Waterproof labels, so that's a good start straight away. Phoenix and Bow Albion shaving soap, bergamot, lavender and grapefruit. What's that? I've never even read that. I will not cease from mental fight, nor shall my sword sleep in my hand, till we have built Jerusalem in England's green and pleasant land. Preface to Milton, a poem by William Blake in 1810. I'd read all the ingredients for you, but there's just loads of them. But it's good skin food in here as well, it really is. The bottom label is also waterproof, and it doesn't pop out like my Citra Royale. Very, very, very soft soap. Yeah, extremely soft. That's the soap there. I could push my finger right through it very easily. And the scent is just really nice. Phoenix and Bow are really, Kerry's cracked it with the scents in my opinion. The brush, Wolf Whiskers, Blueberry Pie colour scheme, Odyssey handle, 24mm black wolf knot. This one was a trade with Troy Hove over in the States, and I've been really happy with it ever since I've had it. The knot didn't work very well for him, it works an absolute treat for me. As you know, I've got 4 tuxedos, 2 black wolves, 2 tuxedos, and I've got a 3rd black wolf on the way as well. The razor was the Wunderbar by Razorrock, Kai blade, 5th use, 4 head shaves and 1 face shave so far. I'm going to keep this blade going because it was extremely comfortable and smooth. I just did a couple of jittery bits where it wasn't very good lather on my head. But yeah, beautiful razor, well built, looks lovely, lovely balance. And we moved on to, which I've just put away, the Humphreys Citrus Witch Hazel. I'm going to finish off with good old Nivea Too Faced. I don't finish off with anything else normally because I just love this stuff. It gives a post-shave feel that you cannot argue with. And it gives a good sting as well. Well, not a sting, it gives a good burn. So it's a burn I've got, it's not a sting. Oh yeah. But the real winner with this stuff is the menthol. So the burn's gone now, the sting's gone completely. It wasn't any irritation on my head really, other than that tiny little spot of blood on the back. And here comes the menthol. Whew. Lovely, it really is, it's a good kick of menthol, and you can just see that starting to separate again just at the bottom. It's getting darker at the top, you can see the line just here. Well guys, I really enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to my face shave tomorrow. I'm so tempted to have one today, but I am going to rest my face. It needs it, it really needs it. I'm starting to get lots of little marks and red bits and blotches and stuff. But I have noticed since I used the one blade last 2 days, my ingrown hairs have pretty much all disappeared. I don't know why, but they seem to have all gone. The irritation is pretty much nil. It's got the redness on my neck, but this is always here now. It doesn't go away. I have it when I shave, before I shave. If I have 3 days off and shave, it's still there. Can't get rid of it. But other than that, I shall leave you to it. Thanks very much for tuning in. Once again, good luck to everyone. Actually, let me just double check something and I'll be straight back. In fact, no, I'll do a separate video for it. I still haven't heard from the 3rd winner of the competition, of the giveaway. So I'm going to check my emails. If I haven't, it's now 20 to 10 in the morning. I've given 2 days, so 40 minutes ago that was the cut-off time for the email. If I haven't received it when I go and check now, then I'm going to do another video and do the giveaway and do the 3rd place part of it again. Sean, who won 1st place, has also told me just to give the Palmolive and the Styptic pencils to the 3rd place, which was lovely of him. He's already got those 2 items, so he's asked me to give it away as 3rd place with the other soap as well, so with the Squadron soap. So I shall probably see you shortly for that giveaway, and other than that, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.